Hello and welcome to a Train Sim World 5 news video. We don't normally do this sort of thing, and I feel like I'm going to maybe start doing some stuff like this because it's nice to have a bit of a focal point on upcoming products as and when these articles come out. And this, I think, is going to be an absolute sterling little route. It is the Mildmay Line, also known as the North London Line, whichever way you want to look at it. It's a route which covered Stratford to Willesden, Willesden High Level station, which is just where the West Coast Main Line goes underneath it, just south of Willesden Junction's yard. It's been put together by one person, which I admire this, because knowing how much work goes into a Train Sim World route, for one person to do all this by themselves, pretty much, with a bit of help along the way, like assistance from what I believe, what I've seen, basically just questions really, and then doing the work themselves. It's bloody impressive. This route came about in the forums, I believe, if I remember rightly, and there was posts quite regularly as like the route progressed. It was done, I think, it was started on. I don't think it was on the unofficial editor. I think it actually started on the proper editor when that first came available to the public with TSW4. I think that was. I'll get that right. I'm pretty certain it's TSW4 when that first came out. So, Incredible Trains is the developer's name, but developed by one person only, as Johannes Hartmann. We'll start off with a first look at the video that came live today, and then we're going to go through the article. We'll cover bits and pieces and just have a little natter about it. Any comments, pop them in the channel below. So after seeing that video, there's a lot to take in. There's it packs a punch. There's a lot of things you'll see, and stuff like the AI is a big thing for this. All the lines that it crosses over and under. It seems to be that there's AI for everything, which is pretty impressive. So wherever you go, you no doubt you're going to see something crossing over you, under it, wherever you are. And Stratford looks like it's going to be interesting, won't it? A couple of things I took away from there is obviously the tube, DLR. There's an AI DLR in that video, and everything else. So this route is set to come out on the 4th of March, which is only a couple of weeks away, so we're not far away at all. So exciting stuff. So Stratford to Willesden Junction. Announcing the part, it was announced as part of the season of reveals, which I think it might have been the first one. I feel like this was the first announcement to set things off, and it did actually set things off pretty well. To be honest, it was a great start showing this off. It was received well. There was a few people asking why it's so short, but if you think about it, the detail on this thing looks absolutely impressive. There's lots of stations. and I think it's about 45 minutes to like an hour drive anyway, from what I remember on Tracing Classic. So I don't think it's going to be a 10-minute job when you're done. So obviously there was information from Johanna's, sort of like it was introduced basically into the realm of third party. So it's a solo project under the banner of Incredible Trains. But we didn't actually know anything about Incredible Trains until this came out. There's a picture there. Not sure where this is at, actually, to be honest. Maybe Highbury and Islington? Maybe. Unless I'm being really blind there. It might say somewhere. But yeah, there's all sorts going on there. Still the posters and stuff like that. Got the actual line, so the Windrush line. Oh no, sorry, Canonbury. Yeah, on the top of that post there, it's in the bolt with the blue background. Canonbury. So, we introduced Johannes from Incredible Trains in our November roadmap as one of our latest partner program developers to join Train Sim World. They are the sole developer of this brand new studio and got into game development by modding for Transport Fever 2, creating UK stock and asset mods. What began as a side project during a PhD using the PC editor and learning Unreal Engine has since grown into gearing up to a release of the debut Train Sim World route add-on. Here's a map of the route, giving you an outline of what you can see. So it runs from Willesden Junction, runs through Kensal Rise, Bromsbury Park, music's really loud, that's getting turned down. That's not a station name, by the way. So yeah, Bromsbury Park, Brondesbury, West Hampstead, Finchley Road and Frognall, Hampstead Heath, and just a couple of stations back there. So you've got West Hampstead, which goes under the Jubilee line. Finchley Road, Frognall, you can, like the Metropolitan line's in that vicinity. Moving up, you've got Gospel Oak, where the Suffragette line comes in, so that's where you'll see like trains coming in and out of there as well. Freight going off, stuff like that, no doubt. You've got Kentish Town West, Camden Road, where the Northern line is somewhere nearby. Caledonian Road and Barnesbury. Piccadilly line is somewhere in the vicinity there. A lot of these obviously are underground, you're not going to see these, but they're listed. Highbury and Islington, the Victoria line. Canonbury, Dalston Kingsland, Hackney Central, Homerton, Hackney Wick and Stratford, where the Central line, the Jubilee, the DLR, Elizabeth line and trains to Southend all run through. It's a packed, dense, highly detailed route. Comes with a Class 378 Capitalstar, so it's a new train. Nice as well. So it's not just using the 710. It comes with a 378, so you get another train to your library there. And it's got iconic London road traffic and DLR vehicles as AI. Right. Might be one of the nicest maps I've seen, to be honest. It's a very nice map and a nice bit of artwork there. This packed and dense and highly detailed route covers 12 miles of Mildmay Line, previously known to some as the North London Line between Stratford and Willesden Junction. What is now recognisable as the Mildmay Line was built across 2 decades of staggered development and expansion between 1846 and 1869. Avoiding central London, the route is vital for cross-city connections while avoiding the busy core, and is also a vital freight artery which as it links multiple main lines together. Pair of units there. I have no idea where that's taken. You can just see there, just looking at it, so plenty of detail. You've got trackside clustering such as your cable trunk, which is a big one for me. Grids there, see? It's cool. Much like the rest of the London Overground network, the North London Line was due a upgrade through the 1990s up through the early 2000s. In 2007, TfL took over the line and overhauled it to be a modern commuter line with reliable and frequent services. With TfL's naming of all London Overground routes, the North London Line is now officially known as the Mildmay Line, honouring the small charitable hospital in Shoreditch that has cared for Londoners over many years. notably its pivotal role as the HIV and AIDS crisis in the 1980s, which made it the valued and respected place it is for many, particularly with the LGBTQ+ community today. There is a picture of Willesden. So you can see as well they've got the low level there with the tube that goes through, which is the DC lines from Euston that goes through to Watford. So you'll see all that traffic there. It's going to be a hive of activity. There's going to be all the traffic going through all up and down on the west coast there. Be nice to see. If you're waiting, you might just want to stand there and watch trains go by. Along the part of the route depicted in the game add-on lie plenty of familiar locations and landmarks to admire, including the Arsamelamital orbit. Sorry. Accelerate. Oh my god. I have no idea. Olympic Park, I know what that is. The Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park. What's that? I have no idea what that is. I wish I knew what that was. I probably do know what it is. I just can't picture what it is. Might be a picture somewhere, we never know. 18 stations in total make for a style of gameplay where it's vital. Where there's very little time to rest. Willesden Junction will make use of the high-level platforms situated above those using the West Coast Main Lines south, and other stations have their names familiar to locals and tourists alike, such as Hackney Central, Camden Road and Hampstead Heath. As a product officially licensed by TfL, all stations will be adorned with the relevant TfL branding. I see the route master as well, the Boris bus. I feel like this is the first time we've seen this. Let's have a look. What's it say here? So beyond the rails, the road traffic will include vehicles that represent London's iconic black cabs and the red double-decker buses. There will also be AI DLR vehicles at Stratford that operate in a similar way to the AI tram scene on Edinburgh's Glasgow and Five Circle add-on. That's cool. You can see one just in the background, this picture here. So this is Stratford. Notably with the bridge that goes over the top. It's from Westfield Shopping Centre, I believe it is, to wherever. So yeah, that's interesting. It's cool. Really looks nice. There's lots of detail. You've got street furniture there. You can see like the signage in the middle of the road, just up ahead, with the arrow to the left. Like that, street lights. Loads of clutter on the track as well. The foliage looks dense. Looks very well detailed. Nice, what I like. It has a feel like this could obviously match, if not maybe top, the Goblin Line. I feel this, in terms of detail. The route's location across London also sees it cross and intersect with snippets of other line from Trains in Wheels routes, with the HS1 tunnel entrance visible from South Eastern High Speed route, and route hopping available for easy access to other London routes in your collection, such as Stratford and Stratford International for South Eastern High Speed, Gospel Oak for the London Overground Suffragette line, Willesden Junction for the West Coast Main Line, and South or Bakerloo line. So you can do a right journey across. This is something I want to do at some point still on the stream, is actually make a plan and actually go and travel through routes. I need to do it. I will do it at some point. Here we go. The hero unit of the pack, the London Overground Class 378 Capitalstar. I used to love this on TS Classic. One of my favourite routes, more fun than I was. So glad to see it in this. So players of other UK train sim add-ons will be familiar with the Electrostar family of trains, which are widespread across the south of England and run a variety of different services using different variants of the same style of EMU. Here is a selection of them here. These following variants are already available in Trains in Wheels. So South Eastern's Class 375 comes with South Eastern High Speed on the left. Then we've got the Class 377/2 in the West Coast Main Line South route on the right. We've got the 377/4, which comes with East Coastway and London Commuter on the second to the left there. And then the final one, which is the red one, which is the Gatwick Express 387 from London Commuter. Their simple controls and combined power brake handle make them perfect to pick up for the first time Tracing World with players, whilst more experienced players can interact with safety systems, AIS displays via the interactive screen and in the Class 377 speed controls. I feel like that's meant to be a 378. The Class 378 Capitalstar variant of this EMU first entered service in 2009 on London Overground routes to replace the ageing Class 313s. 2010, the Mildmay Line has been operated by Class 378, originally delivered in 3-car formations. The 4th car was quickly added, and all were expanded to 5-car trains by 2017. That is also at Canterbury again. That's good. Visually, there are many differences from its Electrostar relatives, including its cab and doors, which can be opened in case of emergencies, but are otherwise not used to connect multiple trains together in service. Inside, the passengers they sit opposite one another with longitudinal seating, much more suited to high-density commuter services, and this interior is adorned with the maquette style and distinctive signage of the London Overground. The cab also has a new layout compared to the Electrostars, and dual voltage functionality is available with both AC and third rail DC. Timetables, service layers and gameplay. Where's that? That's Bromsbury, that picture. London Overground services will run at 8 trains per hour with frequent stopping patterns at all stations featured on this section of the line. Freight traffic and AI utilising other Tracing World add-ons will run on multiple main lines that intersect, cross over, or under the Mildmay Line. Efficient driving and quick reaction times will make or break runs to ensure the stations are served with the confines of the timetable. So you really do. This sounds like you need to be on the ball. Don't be doing like this. Also, I like this. This shows the. This is the entry or the departure coming out of Gasworks Tunnel on the East Coast Main Line out of London King's Cross. So you can see a Class 700, a Zoomer, and over the top on the Mildmay Line is a Class 66 pulling a Raker J&A hoppers, boxcar things. So it all looks really good. Like stuff like this, I like this already. I want to drive it. Players with other add-ons in their collection will also be able to see and operate additional services along the line. So these include the London Overground 710 services from the Suffragette. AI comes under the form of LNER 801 and Zoomer trains from East Coast Main Line. Thameslink Class 700 services. HS1 services from South East High Speed. The EMT HST services from the Midland Main Line route. Class 350, Class 377, and the Bakerloo line trains from West Coast Main South, and then the Avanti West Coast 390 Pendolino services. In addition, a selection of reskinned and unlicensed AI layers representing trains not currently available in Tracing World are also available. These AI services are formed of reskinned Class 710 trains from Suffragette Line representing Elizabeth Line services. 710s off the Suffragette Line also representing the Greater Anglia services. Reskinned Class 166 from the Great Western Express representing Chiltern Railway services. And these services can be seen at Stratford and Hackney Central. Tracing World 5's London Overground Mildmay Line Stratford to Willesden Junction route add-on will be releasing on the 4th of March for Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Epic Games Store and Steam for £24.99, €29.99 or $29.99 on your respective platforms, or obviously they're all the same price. It's obviously territories, obviously that's respective too. There's a preview stream coming up on the 26th of February, so do go and check that one out if you're excited for this one. Mastery posters are coming. That's something totally different on that, so I'm not really going to cover that one. But yeah, really, really exciting stuff. This one will be fun. I enjoyed Coupling Line, Suffragette, so this will be up there with that. This will, for me, be, I think, a winner. One of them ones you can pick up and have a quick drive when you've not got long. So, yeah, excited for that one. Thank you for watching. It's been something different. If you like these type of videos, let me know. If you want me to do more, I can do more of upcoming stuff as and when things, obviously, are coming out. But until next time, thanks for watching. Don't forget to catch us on Twitch on a Friday or Monday at Trains_TV. We do all sorts, Trains in World, Trains in Classic, Run 8. We're mixing it up these days. But yeah, until next time, thanks for watching, guys, and bye for now.